Fibonacci and the market. So Fibonacci, essentially, Leonardo Fibonacci was an Italian mathematician way long time back, around I think 1530s. I think so. I might be wrong with the date, but he did come up with a very intriguing number series. And the number series looks like this. The number series looks like this. 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, and it keeps on going on till infinity. The beauty of this number series is the fact that any number is essentially in the series is essentially a sum of the previous two numbers. So let's say if I take 5, 8, 13, 13 is a summation of 5 and 8. If you take, let's say, 34, 55 and 89, 89 is derived by adding 34 and 55. So like that, if you add 144 and 233, you get 377. Then with 377, you can add 233, and like that, you can go on till infinity, adding two numbers to get the next number. This was the Fibonacci number series. However, this number series is actually used, and various percentages are derived from it, which are extremely useful in the financial markets while looking into charts. So I'll request everyone to pay a little more attention here. Okay, from this number series, so okay, fine, I have this number series which hundreds and hundreds of years back someone had derived. How is it useful in 2015 stock market, right? How is it useful both in terms of time and price is in terms of few ratios. Few ratios are derived from that number series. So what are these ratios? So let's say I take any number, preferably after 3 and 5, and divide by the next highest number. So let's say put few numbers Fibonacci series here. Let's say 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, 55, 89. All right. So what it says is you take any number, let's say 21, and you divide by the next higher number, that is 21 divided by 34. Let's say I do 21, I divide it by 34, I get 0.61. Let's say I take 34 divided by 55, I get 0.61. Let's say I take 55 and I divide by 89, I again get the same 0.61. So if I do, let's say, 144 divided by 233, I also get 0.61. So the point is, if I take any number in the number series, preferably after 5 and 3, and if I divided that number by the next higher number, not highest, it should be higher number, it approximates to 0.618. There is an aesthetic reason why I've put the font color as little goldenish. I'll come to that point. Now, so I get a ratio. So our idea is from this number series, we are going to derive few ratios, and these ratios are going to be useful in our charts. Now we are in the process of deriving these ratios. First ratio we derived, we took any number and we divided that number with the next higher one, and we saw that for each and every number till infinity we keep on getting 0.618. So this is one ratio, number one. Step two, let's skip a space, a place. Earlier we were doing 21 by 34, 34 by 55, right? Let's give one gap, and let's say we do 21 by 55, and let's skip 34 in between. Let's see what happens. Let's say I divide by 55, I get 0.38. If I do 34, after that 34 comes 55, I'm going to skip 55, I'm going to divide it by 89. It comes 0.38. So now you got a point that if I skip one space, then I get another ratio which is constant throughout infinity is 0.382. That's nice. Okay, I'm getting some gains. Now what if I skip two places? If I skip two places, then I get 0.236. Let's check this out. Let's say we take 13. We don't divide by 21. We don't divide by 34, but we divide by 55. So let's say I do 13 divided by 55. I get 0.23. Let's say 21. I divide by 89. I get 0.23. So now you know how the sequence is getting ready. If I divide one number by the next, it's a constant ratio throughout infinity. If I divide one number by the next to next, I get a constant ratio throughout infinity. If I take one number and I skip two places and divide by the next one, I get 0.236, which is constant throughout infinity. So, okay, so this number series seems to have some merit. We've got some ratios, and if you notice, these ratios are all less than 1. These ratios are all less than 1. 0.618, the reason I've made it the font color goldenish is a part of what we call golden mean. There's another part of it. One part is 0.618. And if we take a square root of 0.618, we get 0.786. This is a very important number. When we do little later Fibonacci retracements, we'll see how 0.786 is a very important Fibonacci retracement number. Bottom line, we've got some ratios 0.618, 0.382, 0.236, and so amongst these three, this guy is the most important. It's called the golden mean. And if I take the square root of the golden mean, I get another number which is 0.786, which is also less than 1. So I have 4 ratios which is less than 1. This gives me the retracement levels or the levels of contraction when the market is contracting. Retracement levels.